Port Grimaud is a unique creation, brought to life in 1966 through the vision and determination of architect François Spoerry. Contrary to the real estate developments of its time, Port Grimaud was designed as a human-scale village with its church, shops, squares, and most importantly, its residents. It is this vision and dream that our predecessors embraced, a lagoon city where land and sea are inextricably intertwined. Here, for some, generations have followed one another, homes have been passed down, and families have taken root. Others, charmed by this way of life, have joined over time. All these people, united by their love for their lagoon city and the sea, are the Port Grimaudois. In 60 years, Port Grimaud has continued to develop into a village meticulously maintained over decades by its owners, always respecting its original design. The city has now acquired a distinctive patina, combining preserved architecture, lush vegetation, and the Mediterranean Sea, making it one of the jewels of the Gulf of Saint-Tropez. Port Grimaud is situated within the larger expanse of the municipality of Grimaud, dominated by its hilltop village, with its castle rising nearly 5 kilometers from the lagoon city. As such, Port Grimaud generates substantial tax revenue for the municipality's benefit, without receiving any returns for its own territory. As a private city, Port Grimaud bears the costs of maintaining its roads, networks, security, and the proper reception of its many visitors. Nevertheless, Port Grimaud remains open to the world, welcoming 1 million visitors annually and hosting passing boats, with 420 public and guest moorings. Relations between Grimaud village and Port Grimaud are not always smooth, possibly due to differing aspirations and lifestyles. For years, legal disputes and court proceedings have accumulated between the Grimaud village municipality and the residents of Port Grimaud. These legal costs weigh heavily on everyone's finances. Since 2022, the unique context surrounding the end of the concessions has further inflamed these conflicts. The success and renown of Port Grimaud, in a region largely reliant on tourism, have sparked desires and envy. The municipality of Grimaud seeks to unilaterally dictate Port Grimaud's future, imposing transformations and uses that contradict the very essence of the port, the inseparable link between the lagoon city and its waterways. Faced with this overt desire for control, the Port Grimaudois demonstrated great collective intelligence during the public consultation held between August and October 2024. During this time, they submitted over 350 contributions and actively participated in debates and workshops. With a united voice, they expressed their attachment to their village, their way of life, the preservation of their heritage, and their desire to remain in control of their future. This sentiment was confirmed in the CNDP report submitted on November 21, 2024. Not being heard and unwilling to submit to external interests, we, the Port Grimaudois, seek the detachment of our territory from Grimaud village and the creation of the autonomous municipality of Port Grimaud. Primarily, and for the benefit of all, this would end the numerous legal disputes between Grimaud village and Port Grimaud, allowing both municipalities to move forward on solid foundations. For Port Grimaud, the goal is to restore the peaceful atmosphere of a human-scale village, protecting its waters from excessive commercialization and mega-yacht interests. Preserving what makes Port Grimaud attractive and renowned worldwide is, in essence, the general interest. Today, all the conditions are met. The project is viable and complies with all regulatory requirements for a split and the creation of the municipality of Port Grimaud. This is a legal process that is fully framed by law. For the project to succeed, the viability of both municipalities must be ensured. For Port Grimaud, the city is capable of collecting the necessary tax revenues for its proper functioning. For example, Port Grimaud currently generates €3.8 million in tax revenue for the municipality. It will not be isolated either, as it will join the community of municipalities of the Gulf of Saint-Tropez and contribute to the funding of shared public services. For Grimaud village, the detachment of Port Grimaud will only affect a fraction of its territory and revenue. The split will not challenge its tourism, agricultural, industrial, or commercial activities. Grimaud's budgetary balance will also remain stable. For instance, it receives €3.8 million in tax revenue from Port Grimaud, while returning €3.4 million in surplus to the state. If you, the voters of Port Grimaud, make your voices heard for this project, 2028 will see the birth of the municipality of Port Grimaud, a municipality spanning 120 hectares with over 2,700 homes, 2,045 moorings, shops, public services, restaurants and hotels. Today, you are called upon to act as citizens. If you are a resident of Port Grimaud and registered on the municipality's electoral roll, you can make your voice heard by joining our citizen initiative. The process is underway. Inform yourself and take action by visiting portgrimauд2028.fr. Together, let us finish François Spoerry's work by adding a town hall.